What's going on, guys? I'm back at Six Flags English for Fright Fest for this weekend, and this will be the first 2-day vlog from Fright Fest for this year because I'll be here today and tomorrow. And I'm starting things off outside the park. Gonna be getting some shots of some of these rides before heading in, so let's get that done, and then we'll see what we get done inside the park. Heard the boss absolutely fly over the Titan track, so that will definitely help me next time I'm out here getting shots of it, which maybe if I get like full day or something, maybe I can come outside the park in the middle of the day and get some shots, but for now let's head inside and see what's happening. As you guys can see, Catwoman Whip is currently horizontal right now, which usually it's like that if it's closed for weather. It is clearly sunny out. So you may be thinking, why is it horizontal? Is there some random lightning cloud within a few miles of the park? No. This time of year is not cool for those who are terrified of bees and wasps like I am. They do shut down Catwoman as well as Colossus for wasps. So that is why I will also not be riding many of the coasters until it gets darker out, which last week I rode American Thunder a couple times, and on my first ride there were wasps swarming the top of the lift hill. So I definitely didn't feel comfortable riding any other coaster after the fact until it got darker out because I didn't want to risk getting stung by a wasp. So I feel like the only coaster I'll be able to ride without issues will be Mr. Freeze, because at its highest point you're up there for a brief second, so there's really not much of a chance for them to interact with the train, I guess you could say. Without further ado, let's head inside the park, and then once inside I will discuss what I want to get accomplished today. Inside the park now, and it is just after 4, meaning we got a little under 7 hours until the park closes, and that does mean a little under 6 hours until the last hour marathon on Justice League commences. Speaking of Justice League, I'm going to start off with that because I heard from my brother who was here last Sunday that Screen 4 is back up and running how it should be. So we're going to see if we can get some maxes in, hopefully get some doubles tonight. That ride was horrible. None of the blasters worked, with the exception of the green one occasionally working in screens 2, 3, and 4. I definitely do not want car 3 on this thing just tonight. Hopefully things get better than that, so make sure you guys watch to the end so you can see if I have better luck. Rode Justice League twice more, and the car worked properly on both of those rides. So something tells me it was just car 3 having issues. The first of those 2 rides, I don't think I was close to double maxing it. I don't even know if I had 700,000 the second one or not. And then my second of those 2 rides, I had 950,000 the second one. So I was pretty close there. Now I'm gonna try Mr. Freeze front and back, because I did it twice in the front last time. Would have done the back row on it last time I was here, but when I went to ride it a second time, the line for the front was shorter. So I think the last time I rode the back row on this was, I believe, 2 weeks ago. There's this whole section of the pathway that is really wet for some reason, but then I see a bunch of red flags, and I don't know if those correspond with whatever happened here.
Excuse me.
We have about an hour or so of daylight left, so I'm gonna spend that time getting shots while it's still light out, and then I'll do most of my running when it gets dark out. Rookie Racer, and I gotta say, that thing is just an absolute blast. Sure, it's the tamest coaster in the park, but it's still a great time, and I wouldn't mind riding it every time. But the fact of the matter is, it's a coaster that isn't meant for people like me. It's meant to be for the younger audience, but it is a very solid ride for what it is. Now I'm gonna try Boss, which I was gonna wait till it was dark for us to do it, but I'm pretty sure the wasps will have stopped swarming this ride by now. So let's give it a try. And plus, I do want to get on this in case it breaks down before it gets dark out and it stays down for the rest of the night. One more thing I forgot to mention about Rookie Racer, which shout out to Christopher. I noticed him up at Rookie. This Monday will mark 2 years since I took my first ever ride on it. So it's crazy to think that Six Flags St. Louis' newest coaster is already 2 years old, but here we are. Just got off a Boss, front row of the yellow train. That was running incredible. I'm super excited for some night rides on this thing after a while. Also, something kind of funny. When I was going around the turn before the climb at the mid-course, I saw a deer just chilling on the surface right next to it, so that was kind of funny. It just feels right to have gotten a few more double maxes on Justice League. Haven't been able to do that in a few weeks since last time I was here I couldn't see in screen 4, making it basically impossible. And I'm at 290 double maxes, meaning I am 10 away from 300. Now it is time to ride American Thunder, and I just realized that Fright Fest of 2019 is when American Thunder was at its absolute peak. It's never ran the same since. So we're gonna see if it's able to run anywhere close to that, which right now it's falling, so this should be one heck of a ride. I can't believe I'm saying this. American Thunder right now is giving rides that are identical to those 2019 Fright Fest rides that Ryan and I had. Front row, blue train, loads of room twice. I cannot believe how fast this ride is running. The airtime was so strong that my thighs feel like they're bruised from it. Not to mention, we almost overshot the brakes. I can't believe it is running on par with 2019 American Thunder, which I never thought it would return to that level, but at least for tonight, that is exactly what happened. Blue train's running right now, and you can see just how fast it is running to this layout, and I promise, this is not sped up. Like, look at this, it's going so fast. I've never seen it run like this in years. Just rode Ninja at night for the first time since 2022 in the front row, and I gotta say, that is a very solid night ride. Now I'm gonna ride Boss a couple times at night, then go up to Screaming Eagle, and then I might lap Justice League for close. Just got a night ride on the two best Woodies in the park, and if I'm being completely honest, my night rides on American Thunder beat both of them for today. That's not saying that Boss and Screaming Eagle weren't good at night, because they were. It's just that American Thunder is running in peak form tonight that it's nearly impossible to beat when it's running like that. I can't believe I'm saying that the worst wooden coaster in the park is better than the two best woods in the park, but that's exactly what happened for today. Let's head down to Justice League and get some more rides in on that. I am so close to 2,500 max scores on Justice League now. My last ride in particular was incredible. I had a crazy third blaster run where I got over 270,000 with it, despite having hardly anything with it going into screen 5, because I got a 4-screen double max, so that was cool. Overall, I would say that was a very solid end to today. Forgot to share my ride count last night, but it was 12 on Justice League, 1 on American Thunder Boss, Mr. Freeze and Road Racer, and then 1 on Ninja and Screaming Eagle. As you guys can tell, I am back in the park. First order of business is to get 2,500 max scores on this, so let's get going. In the back row of side B, and I'm not sure if it was better than my back row ride yesterday, but it was still very solid. Something kind of crazy. When I got to the top of the spike, I saw there were wasps swarming the trim brake, which I was very shocked about. If they're swarming Mr. Freeze, then they're definitely swarming all the other coasters here. So because of that, I'm gonna wait to ride any other coasters until sundown. We will let you know when we're done.
Is she warm the next day? No, he went to refill one of the things.
Getting shots of rides like Boomerang and Sprint Noodle, and I eventually worked my way over towards McBoogles to get shots of Batman. Now I'm gonna go ride Joker Carnival of Chaos, which I did not do last night, and apparently Ryan has something he wants to tell me, which I don't know what that something could be, but I am very intrigued about it, so let's head over there and see what's going on. In terms of what I've done recently, I rode Joker Carnival of Chaos, Rookie Racer, and Pandemonium. And in terms of what Ryan wanted to tell me, it was using Green Blaster Car 3, which that one was going last night, but I guess it's not working today. I don't know what exactly happened, but Ryan somehow managed to accidentally turn off the score display. So that must have been hilarious to see, but I don't even know how that happened. Then again, I was over near McBoogles getting shots of Batman when that happened, so I wasn't anywhere close. Just had a very bizarre ride on Justice League where nothing went as planned. Screen 1 was frozen in some weird glitched up state, and I was making some weird sound like the computer software running it had crashed. So I definitely was not able to shoot at the screen for the entire time I was there. And it was frozen at some weird point, like in the middle of the screen when the vehicle I was at approached it. So I knew something was off right then and there, but I thought, like, okay, maybe just a weird one-off glitch in that screen. No, it must have caused the rest of the ride to have issues, because not only were the screens starting late, none of us in the vehicle could shoot at any of the screens at all. When the lasers did occasionally appear, they were white instead of the designated blaster color. So that I knew was very odd. Because of that, they shut it down for technical difficulties, and it honestly wouldn't shock me if it's close closed for the night. It's a good thing I got my 2500th max score when I did, because I would hate to be just short, but I'll check back later, but I wouldn't be shocked if it stayed closed the rest of the night. Back-to-back rides on Boss in the front row, 2 of which in the yellow train, 1 of which in the purple train. I like my yellow train rides a lot better. The purple train was a lot rougher than the yellow train today, so that is why I like the yellow train quite a bit better. Even though the yellow train did run slower and actually almost dive coasted on my first of those 2 rides. Now I'm gonna go up towards Screaming Eagle, do 2 laps on it, so I can do front and second to back. I might do American Thunder, but I'm not 100% sure if I want to do that tonight. I do want to ride Eagle at least, so we're gonna go up there, do 2 laps on it, and then we'll probably start marathoning just to close eventually.
Picture like that way. The line of the catwalk. Oh, you got 2 other people or 3 others?
Just rode Screaming Eagle twice. First I did second and back row of the red train, and then I did front row of the blue train. And you guys can probably figure out which of those 2 rides was my favorite. Obviously, the front row of the blue train was smoother. I thought the airtime was just as good as the second and back, and it felt a lot faster, so therefore I definitely like the front better than the second and back for today. Would have done second and back of blue train, but there were some people that wanted me to go ahead of them so they could ride with some of their other friends, which I'm like, okay. So that's why I did second and back row of the red train over second and back of the blue train. But second back row of red train was just brutal today. But then again, that's what I get for riding the second back row of the red train. Now I'm gonna go down to Justice League, probably let that till close, and see how many more maxes we can get. And we'll start progressing towards 2600. I gotta say, I'm surprised they got this back open despite the problems this ride was having earlier. Then again, I figured they might be able to do it because they still had a couple hours till closing, which we got about an hour and a half now. So let's see how many we can get. Yet again, I forgot to share my ride count, but it was 14 on Justice League, 3 on Boss, 2 on Mr. Freeze, Rookie Racer, and Screaming Eagle, and then 1 on Pandemonium and Joker. While my 300th double max eluded me on this particular weekend, it was overall a solid weekend at my home park regardless. And before you leave, make sure to leave a like, comment what you enjoyed about this video, and share it with someone else you may know. If you're new to the channel like we saw, please consider subscribing for more content like this. I'd appreciate you subscribing and turn the bell on so you get notified every time I upload a new video. I also have an Instagram account for the pictures I take whenever I visit Parks, so be sure to check me out there as well via the link in the description. My next vlog will have something that I didn't even know was possible happening, so stay tuned for that. Until then, I'll see you later.